Hey, good morning, guys. Coming to you kind of live. Kind of live, is that a thing? I'm back here behind the shop doing a little bit of walking. We've got a piece of property that our shop is on, so we've got a trail back here. I'm a hillbilly. I've got a tractor. But we've got a trail back here I like to do some walking on and get a little bit of exercise. I'm going to give you the plan for the day and what this video is about. Most of you know that, I'm Mike, by the way, if you haven't watched the channel before. I own JeepStickers.biz. We specialize in making graphics for all Jeeps. Another thing you might know, I've been trying to kind of keep it under wraps a little bit, and at the same time I've been trying to hint about it a little bit. But we have our trailer and it's great, and it pulls really well behind our two-door JK. The problem isn't the weight. There isn't anything about that trailer that's doing anything wrong. It's about, I don't think I built the trailer quite big enough, and now it's done and I don't want to build it again. We just ran out of room, so between myself, my wife, my daughter's friend always comes with us. Well, we didn't have a whole lot of room, so we picked up a new old Jeep. We got a Jeep Commander, and I love it. It's cool. I love it. I dig it. So today we're going to do an install. I couldn't find anybody out there that had Commander bumpers. Everybody has Grand Cherokee bumpers, this and that. Anyway, the bumpers on my JK were a kit that they laser cut the stuff, send it to you, you put it together, weld it. Loved it. Couldn't find that. Couldn't find complete bumpers. So, well, I was feeling a little lost. I didn't know what I was going to do. And then out of nowhere, believe it or not, Facebook saved the day. Ran across a company called JeepSteel. I'll flash their website address up there for you or whatever. JeepSteel.com, and I got a good deal on a bumper. I thought it was a fair price, considering it's full width bumper, shipping and all that. It came on a pallet. It came in the back of a semi. I got a good deal on it. I think it was $1,050. All said and done. Anyway, had them. They make each one in house. This isn't like Smitty Build or ARB or somebody that's making them somewhere and having them sent in. This guy, he's in Louisiana. I'm not exactly. Seems like it was Shreveport, maybe. Anyway, so he's not too far away, and he's making each one in-house himself. That's the kind of stuff I like. So his company's called JeepSteel. My company is called Jeep Stickers. They're both JS. Well, he happens to put a cutout on the front of his bumpers that you'll see in the pictures. That's JS. So, to me, people are going to see it and think, man, that dude even has Jeep stickers cut in his bumper. So that's what today we're going to do. We're going to get that old front bumper off, because I got a new front bumper. Alright, first thing you have to do is pull 6 plastic push rivets out. Just take a flat blade screwdriver, and they come out fairly easy, and save them, you'll reuse them. Then you can just have to take a couple extra bolts and drill out those rivets, and take this inside cross member out. Then take a 13 millimeter and take the hood supports loose. Take the bolts completely off on the bottom, or the nuts. And then that wire was a big pain in the ass, as you can see. That was the hardest part of the whole install. Then just take a sawzall or a cutting wheel and cut that middle cross member out. Cutting wheel is the better choice, I think. You'll see in a minute. I go back and final cut them with a cutting wheel. Yeah, right there's where I get sick of the sawzall and switch to a cutting wheel. There are 2 little spots that you can see me hammering on here that you have to take off after the fact too. Just a big flat blade and a hammer will get it off. And then, you know, you take that grinder with a flat disc or a regular grinding wheel and smooth it off a little bit. It looks great. That's where I just took I made a little line, just kind of a guide. And you can see now I switched completely to the cutting wheel, because the sawzall just was a little too gangster for this job. And there it is, where you hammering that little piece off. It comes off fairly easy. And I think now I've switched to the regular grinding wheel. Matter of fact, yeah, I've switched to the regular grinding wheel, and you can see where it's down to even, and you need to get it pretty even on the insides so that new winch plate / bumper mount will slide in there. It was a fairly tight fit. I got rid of them 2 rubber pieces that were on the outside of the radiator. I don't even know what they were for. Just yanked them off and threw them with the trash. This was a little cumbersome. Just a lot of tapping it with a hammer and moving it around, and using a screwdriver as a spud wrench to line up holes. And then you can see I've got my magnetic holder, and I'm using that to put the nuts and washers on the bolts on the insides of the frame rails, because they're next to impossible to get your hands in there. Then we got to cut the fender flares off. And I will say I did a horrible job cutting my fender flares off. I'm sure it could be done way better, but I was in that mode of, well, let's just get it done. So there was the first test fit, and now what I'm doing is I'm putting the hood prop extensions on. You can see he supplies you with these little tube extensions, so after you cut the hood prop bars, you just slide those on and rebolt them with the bolts that were provided. Now that was the hardest part to me, other than that stupid wire, getting that wire loose. The hardest part is reaching in there and putting the nuts and washers on the back side after it's on. In my opinion, you could weld the nuts in place on the back plate and then just zip them in from the front, but hey, to each his own. So here's the after shots. It looks really damn good in my opinion. And we're going to roll into some before and after shots now. Now that's like a couple days after I got it, that's after it's done. With my eBay roof rack and my budget-friendly max tracks that aren't max tracks, they're like X-Bull tracks.
we're getting her done. It looks good. So I'm pretty happy with the Jeep. I think we got our money's worth. I think it's going to be a nice ride. It's going to pull our trailer really well, make it a lot more comfortable on long trips. I'm really happy with it. So thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Have a good day.